finally warm today again. It's been really cold for a week, and now it's a record high, so that's typically how the weather is here. It can change on a dime. It's been an interesting week. It's been really interesting, but when you stop identifying with your thoughts and you stop imposing all those things on yourself based on your thoughts, and I mean lots of things, even from daily routines, some things you do all the time. I used to have all my hours of every day regimented and a lot slotted for certain things, weekends, certain things I always had to do, have to get this done. I'll do this on this day, I do this on this day, I do this at this time, I gotta be here at this time, make sure that I'm have these things done at this time, all that. Aside from interacting, where there are actual schedules like work and such, all that, just when I stopped shoulding on myself and you need toing on myself, all those things started blurring a little bit, which has been really nice. I used to always brag about, I hope I'm not making this video anyway, I used to brag about my schedules and how good I was at being routine, and I thought that was something admirable. But when I stopped putting all that pressure on myself, because telling yourself you should do something and need to do something implies that you should have already done it, or you should have already had that done. It's a little bit of a negative thing, a negative pressure on yourself. And stopping doing that really feels really good. And I still do the things I was doing. I just do them when I feel led to do them, which still ends up being in a very reasonable amount of time. But all my little routines and hard schedules I had imposed on myself, that just by my own doing, fell away. And that continues to kind of come apart a little bit. All these habits are recorded in your suit. So just like when I stopped using social media as much, and I didn't do that on purpose, it just happened. My hand still grabbed the phone a whole lot by habit, and I wouldn't even notice till my hand was moving, and that faded over time. It's the same thing with a lot of other habits, even the habits with thoughts and stuff. It's all just habit, and you just have to be patient, and things evolve. I mean, one of the reasons we're here is for process, the in-between. This is an isolated place where things don't happen immediately. Things don't just happen. We're here to see them develop, to get different perspectives through that process, to enjoy the steps, to participate, to experience growth, what growth is, the evolving of ideas, and how, and seeing different aspects of things, all of those in between things where there's change and things just change and evolve. That's kind of the whole point. I'm not trying to get into anything wild, but in other types of existence, things can be just like that. We want that here, but it's not why we're here. But anyway, all my schedules, all those things just kind of get fuzzier and fuzzier, and with that, a lot of other things do too. You don't think about how much of your life is just set up by thought and made up things, and things just pertinent to interacting in the illusion and your ego. And it's just really, I think what I'm trying to get at is, I'm at a place where I really, really know that I don't know. And no matter what I may have planned or scheduled, I had no idea. There used to be a time I was certain, like, well, next Christmas this, or next 6 months this, and this, I'll do this next. I don't feel that lie of certainty anymore that I always believed before, and then got mad when whatever I had declared did not occur. I don't feel that way now. I know it's uncertain, like I really know that. Like, you get to where you don't take the stability for granted. Stability. It's like I'm less, and maybe that's overall, I'm not taking a lot less of everything for granted. I mean, I'm so inspired by just, it's like sitting here in the grass on my lunch break. I really wasn't this person before. I rushed through my lunch break. I rushed through taking the dogs out so I could rush and do something else, and rush and stress and rush and stress and stress and hurry. And I don't do that anymore. But I'm under no illusion any longer that I can just assume that I'm going to live my life out to 80 and everything's just going to be the way it always has been. Say nothing lingers. Nothing really lingers. It's all created in each instance in your head, including your memories, including everything. There is nothing right now that is carried over except that I created it when I made it in my perception of this moment. So I'm under no illusion that anything is permanent. I'm under no illusion that society is permanent anymore. Because although at one point, I guess I thought that society was the way it had to be, the way it was supposed to be, and that was some established thing somewhere that was from on high or whatnot. That's not true. When I realized we all just came up with all this and just enough of us agreed to do it, to keep it going, it changes everything. That's also when you know that if enough of us decided we didn't want to do it anymore, it'd stop right that minute, pretty much. I mean, it'd be interesting, but that's the only thing that's required, really. Well, that and accepting what comes after, because transition can involve a lot of things. You can't always build things without tearing them down. I mean, there's just too much illusion for that, so let's go, buddies. Anyway, this has been a mess. We'll see if I post it.